Joe?
You're down 18 in the second quarter. Your guys look tired. Orlando was rolling. How did you turn it around?
We had some guys come in and make momentum shifting plays. I thought Sam came in and not only the threes, but the charge he took. Karras came in, gave us a spark. But we kept doing it together, and we never doubted each other. I think there were moments that we saw, when we were on the road where we allowed things to snowball. And tonight we weren't about that. Tonight we were going to figure it out together, and I thought we did a great job of doing it.
I know you're in the heat of the moment, but what was it like to watch Donovan in the third quarter?
That's what special players do, when it matters most. And again, for us, you're just managing time, score, and then, how do we get the guys the ball that need the ball in the right positions, and just continue to watch the lead chip away. We'll go back, we'll think about it a little bit more later, but he was special when he needed to be most.
Most gratifying win of your career?
This is always, definitely a special moment. For this group in particular who's been through so much this year, a group who's been, left for dead multiple times by a lot of people this year, for them to come together in this moment and figure it out, it's more about the group than it is, me. And I think we're most proud of that. But, we're not done. We got a ways to go.
After the second that you guys went down 18, you outscored them tremendously over the final three quarters. Was there a play or a moment in particular that you guys could kind of sense the momentum starting to shift?
I think it was, the way we ended the second quarter to be able to cut the lead and get it down to 10. That's always a comfortable number that you feel like in 24 minutes, if you're playing the way that we're capable of playing, you can chip away at. You wanted to come out that third quarter, with a spirit. And I think, you looked at, Max making shots, Don making plays. Like there was just a bunch of different guys that made plays, that gave us hope. And, we got the ultimate belief in a group in there that they can overcome a ton.
You asked about Donovan in the third quarter, but over the last two games, 89 points. Just what has he done for this team over game 6 and 7?
He's the guy, that can pull everybody along, not just with his skill, but in spirit as well. When you see your teammate, a guy you care about playing that way, like you don't want to let that guy down. So you go out and do whatever you can to help that guy. And, we talk about everybody has their style and their piece of leadership here. And that's how Don leads, is by being special in the moment. And, again, his teammates want to be a part of it, don't want to disappoint them because that's how they care about each other. So they go out and do more so they can help it.
Anything specifically at halftime that you're still in the game? What did you have to tell them at halftime?
Yeah, just that stay together, and that when we're together we can do anything. We've got enough talent in that room that when we compete at our highest level as a unit, we can make special things happen. And that was the tell of it. Everybody who played gave us something. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about what Isaac Okoro did on the defensive end of the floor. He was unbelievable on the defensive end of the floor. Something that I think a lot of times, Isaac gets overlooked. But he's one of the most elite defensive players in our league and doesn't get enough credit for it.
Isn't that a tough thing to put him on, a guy that big?
Yeah, but you think about it, and it's, looking back, from Isaac's rookie year, we put him on everybody. And there was nobody, from, point guards to power forwards to everybody. And, he got indoctrinated the tough way. He took some blows, but he never backed down. So we've got a level of trust in Isaac that he's going to compete his tail off, and you're going to have to beat him. He's not going to allow you to beat him. You're going to have to go out, and you're going to have to go and take it from him. There's not many guys that can do that.
Jimmy, your defense in the third quarter specifically, Orlando made just 4 of 24 shots back quarter when you turn things around. What was the key to make that work?
The physicality, the grit, and the effort. I thought we did a really good job of not allowing guys to just get to their spots. In the first half, I found we were in more rotations that we wanted to be, and we left guys open for three. And in the second half, I thought the third quarter in particular, I thought we did a much better job of keeping their action so we didn't have to get into rotations, playing a more 2-on-2, and finding our way back to shooters to eliminate the open looks.
You mentioned Karras. He kind of struggled through the first 6 games. Can you talk about the lift he gave you guys tonight?
I mean, he was huge. We've got a belief in Karras. Like, when you go back and think about last year's playoffs, like, Karras was one of our best players in that series. So we know that no matter the moment, no matter the pressure, like, Karras has the ability to impact success and impact winning. And, he knew we needed it tonight. He came off the bench and gave us a huge spark on both ends.
Evan blocked 10 blocks in the last 2 games. Can you just talk about how good he's been defensively throughout the series?
Yeah, I mean, he is elite, on that end of the floor. It's not just the shot blocks. They don't track how many times people didn't go in there because they saw him standing there. But one of the things that's unique about Evan and special about Evan is it's the Bill Russell effect, right? When he blocks shots, he doesn't just block them out of bounds. He blocks them, and a lot of times we come back and get possession on his blocks. Like, that's special. And it's understanding of how important possessions are and how those blocks can start our breaks for us.
I'm just wondering how you come up with that lineup to start the second quarter.
I don't think so, but it was in the moment what we needed most. Thinking about the spacing on the floor that we could provide, and just trying to find a way to create openings. To get the ball to go in the basket. I just felt like we were struggling in that first quarter to put the ball in the basket. So we wanted to put as many guys on the floor as we could that could put the ball in the basket.
What you mentioned, Willie and Karras have been fighting the knee. What else has been going on with him that you see that he does contribute to his struggle?
I don't know. I think he just his knee obviously, but he's in a difficult spot a lot of times, and that's the hard part. Coming off the bench and then coming off the bench playing with 2 guys, that have the ball in their hands a ton. And he's a guy who, plays best with the ball in his hand. And he's so unselfish that he doesn't want to step on toes. So he's just trying to find his way through it. And it's not always easy, right? So a lot of that falls on me, right? I got to do a better job of helping him out, put the ball in his hands more so that he can get in the flow, get comfortable, and be the guy we saw tonight.
He said a lot of his job is to sort of pick his spots. What do you make of his ability to pick the best spot possible?
Yeah, he's got it. He just got a wiggle that's hard to defend. The ability to get in the paint, the ability to finish, the headiness, the play that he made to Max at the end of the game when they were trapping us to find Max under the basket for the easy one. And then defensively, he's disruptive. So we need Bert to be playing at his best if we want to go as far as we want to go. And again, that falls on my shoulders to do a better job of helping him.